Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is me, Silva, Shadow Sister Silva, and this is my last Divine Comedy tarot reading. This is the book we've been reading since December 2023. Now is 22nd of June, Midsummer, solstice time, and kind of from the darkest moment, from the Inferno, we came to the Paradise. And I'm a little bit sad to say that this paradise that we found after all this pilgrim is that there is kind of very much war in the air. These readings are timeless, so let's hope this war will be solved. But my intention here is always bring you healing. So if you have like bad feelings there about what's happening in the world or anything, and you want to ask today a question, I'm willing to answer. Eric Dennis, Divine Comedy, yes. And this is the last one, so I have to take now 2 months break to figure out like what I'm gonna do, like what I'm gonna do after. Maybe let's show you the whole. I have this my own painting here. It's like a travel the world. Hopefully, it's still possible. It's not all these missiles going everywhere. This is today, final 3 cantos. We are arriving to the end. There is always the finish line. Let's say, like, even when there is this crisis, it's just matter of like how talented diplomats are to solve some crisis. I know personally, like the more intuitive, the more awakened, the more open your third eye, the faster you can do something. But of course, any weapon can be created for good thing, and then people weaponize things that they should not weaponize, and you know, chaos comes then when there is this kind of things. Anyway, I'm trying to find now with you what is the message for you today. Let's introduce the piles. Now you see just my face. I always have to show you the cards. So pile number 1, we have this Tiwaz rune. It's kind of only way is up. Sadly, this looks a bit like a missile. And there is also the angel shooting arrow. So I already picked this last Monday, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on here? Hopefully it's like friendly arrows. This can be also messages. Somebody shooting messages, like it can be angelic guidance. It's pile number 1. Anyway, let's go forward. You have also inner child healing card today. So in the pile number 1, there is this kind of hospital, inner child healing. Somebody is needing really healing. Third eye chakra, that gives you the halogen deck. Happy to have this very cool crystals today still for the last one. Pile number 2, we have Laguz. And there is this like a silent film star. And then we have this like a farmer couple. I see this a lot like in Finland. Midsummer is always celebrated in the countryside, so this somebody loved the nature, might be for you. Then is my special crystal, 8th one, which is this very shining. I don't know if it shines now here, but anyway. It's also third eye, but it gives my own Shadow Sister tarot deck. Actually, maybe I should show what is underneath, because usually this is very random. So this would show the shadow side of this reading, because maybe the reading today, the spread is Celtic cross. It's not such a shadow, but this one is 6 of Swords. There's a Titanic moment. Some boat in the North Sea. Show me all parts of you that you don't love, so I know where to begin to love you. So this is for the pile number 2. Pile number 1 had King of Bats, King of Swords, wise king, truthful king. I think this is needed in our world, this kind of king. Anyway, this could be a selection point also, this shadow. And then we have pile number 3. Oh, I've got so many cards. this kind of mandolinata, some kind of serenata. And how do you call this one? This is like a new one. Dagaz. Again, looking a bit like a war missile from Star Wars. But this Dagaz rune is very positive message, but it's the first time this rune appear in the reading. It's kind of like a interest to see that there's only one, because randomly I always pick these runes. There was only this one and one X rune. That the X rune was not used ever, but these were the last runes that I managed to pick now, even this for this one. But I wrote the card because my style have been like, as I went on, I wrote the cards for the runes, but sometimes the runes were repeating, so then the last runes were never coming. So now it was funny that this Dagaz came now for the last one. The new day is rising, kind of, but okay, let's go into it in the reading. And then we have inner child healing. The show must go on. Couple. And also very solar energy, solar chakra. And the Divine Comedy own tarot deck comes with this, and there is 6 of cups. Again, 6 energy. It's kind of positive, playing songs for the kids. So these were the selection points. Kind of nice that there is music and there is this dancers. Anyway, I always have to now show you the cards because you see just my face. Is there anybody else than Eric? I see Eric here. Welcome everybody. I'm not drinking any alcohol, but I'm celebrating here. It's a bio ginger shot what I'm drinking here. Second one waiting, but it's very hot in the room. So it's like plus 29 or 30 where I'm in Belgium. Is it warm where you are? There is a little bit this kind of, let's say I'm shadow sister, so I'm fine about talking about shadows, but maybe many people were surprised how much shadow there is in our world, having all these missile attacks in Israel and Iran. Eric, it's so refreshing to finally see your face. Yeah, I was also putting myself extra pretty, so yes. It's a good thing to have like a moments when, okay, I don't like to call myself witch, but let's say if I'm a witch, I'm a sun witch. Sun witch. So the sun witch shows the face in the midsummer, of course, when it's the lightest of the day. Yeah, I made the extra effort. So, and also for every Cancer, this is now Cancer season has started. There is a beautiful moment for Cancer because even Jupiter went to Cancer, so Cancer is supposed to be extra happy. I'm kind of telling you everything I get. So when I was like, okay, what is happening now in the world? Because Jupiter is in Cancer and somehow like a home should be focused, like home and family. And then it's almost like homeland security is now highlighted in US. So is it like that how the Jupiter shows? There is more surveillance, there is more homeland security. But fact is when Cancer is in Jupiter, there should be something matter of the family, the home. This would be like expansive. Oh, Eric said you're pretty. Thank you. Anyway, I was lately celebrating my 47th birthday, so maybe I'm a testimony here that being spiritual is also healthy. That it is good for you to deal this kind of shadow matters. It's good for your well-being to go deeper a bit this kind of dark material. Then you can kind of have the both energies in balance. Just saying. 47 and still going strong. Okay, so now I think I just explain shortly. We have, of course, Divine Comedy cards, which are these postcards. We will take a shadow and a light with this. The shadow part comes with the shadow and the light deck. So we will have this showing the shadow in the reading. And the light will come with the white light oracle with this wolf. I really love that the wolf is kind of matching my style here too. Bring this kind of wild advice from the white light. And then I still have some cards here. I have to think because I have so many cards here. Maybe I'm very tempted because of this war situation to take for every pile this kind of archetype card. But as well, I brought in the room also the alchemist card. So I will choose when I'm doing the first pile which one I pick. I go with the flow. Now let's start. Yeah, Etra, you look so young though. Yeah. Something is working, but I'm telling you, being spiritual is not bad for you. So, and I'm also not drinking alcohol. This is ginger. Drink. It's very warm here. So let's start. There is a Celtic cross I will use. Of course, I have this current feelings of your person. I'm gonna have the heart box. And maybe in some point I will give even the cancers a birthday reading because I think I owe you that because I will be upset. And then anybody can also ask a question. Yeah, Eteral, you made community post mention your last live, so you're never doing live here, or it's just temporary. I know you explained it earlier, but I forgot. Yes, okay, let's explain to everybody. So I have, first of all, of course, holiday starting in Belgium for my son, and we are going to Finland. I'm always 1 month in Finland. Let's hope I can fly in this war situation if everything works normal. But if everything goes well, I'm going to Finland. But also because this book has been so easy to just go forward with the book, I have made these pick up readings every week Sunday, and I've been always having this Sunday readings. So now I realize I need to have a little pause to think what next. And 2 months, maybe I'm back. I mean, I'm back from Finland all, but it is good for me to have this break to realize, like, do I do like this? Do I want to grow my channel more? Like, I have been doing very organic style. I've been not pressing anybody to subscribe. Please subscribe if you really want to support me. But that's the issue. Like, not many people find my videos. So maybe I should do something different. And I have to think about how, because somehow I've been very comfortable doing these long readings, but not everybody want to see maybe long readings. So these 2 months should be enough time for me to figure out, do I come live? Do I record it? Do I make a better studio? Like, I think I will just use this time to make it better. Hopefully. Not worse, better. And I think now we start. We start with the pile number 1. And I think I can keep them here. I can read the cards here, so I don't have to move them anywhere. So we start with the pile number 1. This beautiful little laughing angel is almost like saying happy birthday every Cancer, because this is like really baby angel. It's happily shooting arrows. I believe like any healing comes with positivity and from this kind of higher unity and love. So even I cannot help but think of missiles when I see this angel. Still, there can be something positive coming out of this. Eric Nanis, I hope it's not your last. I really enjoyed these live videos. Okay, cool. I need to hear this feedback. Maybe everybody has to also give me today feedback, like what works and what not. Because I want to just make videos that people want to see. Ethereal, well, you bring such positive energy, so it would be sad to not see your notification popping on my phone. Okay, cool. Good to know. Because many people are so silent, I have no even heck idea if people want to see me. Anyway, this is the rune. I think I start with that. So Tiwaz is a wolf. And it's air element, celestial, volt, and arrow. So interpretation is manliness, justice, leadership, and logic. Struggle, perseverance, and courage. And animal is hound and a wolf. Tarot is connected to justice and the hanged man. Astrology connected to sun in Libra, moon in first house, Neptune and Libra. Tiwaz resembles an arrow or a spear, which already suggests its meaning. It stands for the war god Tyr. Yes, okay. I mean, I was not wrong to think about this is already this war thing, but this even the rune that got in the first pile is related to Norwegian war god Tyr. He was once considered the main god of the Germanic people and all of the Norse gods were subordinate to him. Tyr provided for order and justice in the realm of the gods and also among humans. Tiwaz also stands on earth for hierarchy and the fair treatment of everyone. There is equal right for all. In addition, it symbolizes an orderly coexistence within a society based on certain rules that must be followed. Tyr was later replaced by Odin. So this was before the Odin. It's easy to actually learn that this kind of arrow is really this rune. Tiwaz is similar to the polar star, which shows the right way in night and fog, and can therefore be used when people suffer from decision-making incapacity and assertiveness weakness. For the person seeking advice, it means that sacrifices have to be made and a lot of courage has to be mustered at that moment, or this moment. For future, Tiwaz says that although one feels unfairly treated in an interpersonal conflict, ultimately justice will nevertheless prevail sooner or later. Kind of hopeful message, but in very war-related. Yes, but I hope you and your son have great time. Yeah, we will go to Finland and hopefully things stay peacefully. You know, I'm going to Finland. It's near one big country, so I hope this big country stay also peaceful. Not that I don't get back from there. But this now we will read the Divine Comedy next. This is really like story time now. And Divine Comedy Paradiso 31, I have every pile now the last chapters. This is peace and love. So together with this kind of war card rune, then having this peace and love related chapter, these are not so bad. And there is even already this kind of very healing hospital related thing. So it's pointing out that there's some kind of healing message here. Yeah, Eric didn't say too many words right now. Yes, but we being talking about the good stuff, increasing about the dialogue that what can we do, because many times people indeed feel like we are like a small people, become like a number. I have had my own experience with this 47 years old, that I've been sometimes even an activist against some nuclear weapons somewhere. So I'm telling you, I've been somewhere activist, binding myself to a pole. I know what it's like, and then you become like a number. I don't want to do it anymore, but I'm just saying, like, talking about stuff is the best way to do whatever is the way you can talk about things to be solved. The dialogue is important. Everybody will be heard, because I think war creates this kind of extremeness that nobody talks to anybody anymore, and then it's like, no, I'm not gonna hear you. It's like just like no. So everybody has to start to open up. Then there is the chance even to do something. It's not like a la 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 bomb, bomb, la la. This is not the way to do. No, I'm just to demonstrate what like personally, like staying open is very hard when there is hardship and all kind of crisis in life. The natural way of people is to isolate, and connection is what is healing, and that's what I'm trying to now, I think, see the message even here. So peace and love. Pile number 1. Dante contemplates the white rose filled with the souls of saints. Angels constantly descend upon these souls, ministering peace and love. After gazing long and joyfully at his surroundings, Dante turns to ask Beatrice a question and discovers that she is not there. Interesting that Beatrice leaves in this chapter. Like me, I'm gonna be 2 months off, but now Beatrice also is gone. Instead, he sees a robed, gentle, fatherly saint standing in her place. Dante is told by this soul that Beatrice has recopied her usual throne in the Empyrean. Gazing on her, far where she is now, Dante prays a prayer of thanksgiving for Beatrice's gracious guidance. The soul at Dante's side introduces himself as Bernard of Clairvaux, a famous monk and theologian. He encourages Dante to look toward the circle of the rose that's furthest off. There he will behold the Virgin Mary. When he does, Dante sees a flaming brightness that outshines everything else. Angels dancing and celebrating in her smiling presence peace and love. Now that he has attained the ability to contemplate God firsthand, Dante no longer needs Beatrice. So, indeed, the angels are here celebrating, but yeah, this is weird times to tell this. Maybe they are celebrating change. In this pile, we also have a light message. I added more light here. There is, I'm a brave warrior of light. So if there is a warrior energy here, at least you know that you are brave warrior of light. In this brave warrior light could look like this. It's a beautiful angelic energy here. Then we have also I am energy, because there is this Aries energy a lot around, and I'm strong. So remember that you are strong. So to remember your strength and not the weaknesses. And let's see, I didn't took other cards in these piles, and that's why we are now gonna mix live the shadow. Gonna see before we go to the Celtic cross. Pile number one, we're gonna see what is that. Shadow in this loneliness connection. Okay, it was a lot about what I was talking about. Like in this kind of crisis situation, we isolate and we become lonely, and that's not good. Connection is the light here, and loneliness is maybe some leader can be even. I intuitively get like how they end up doing these kind of decisions. They are clearly not connected to people. Because if they would really think about the children and everybody, I don't think they would start shooting those missiles like that. So this will be the read in the end. Let's see now the light here. Interesting, this is really like a between two cities. Really almost like Thor is visible. There's two big cities here, like up and down. Person in between. It's almost like this kind of islands are here. Strange, what is the number? 31. Maybe somebody is even 31 who is looking this, but okay. So then the light, I'm gonna read this in the end. This Theta of Venus, 25. So this beautiful, loving, feminine energy is here. So together, this will be in the end. I'm gonna read this. But now I'm gonna do this Celtic cross. I have here, I'm strong, I'm a brave warrior light. And maybe we talk a little bit about this, all this war and this war card even mentioned here. Yes, people need to then take care of the problem eventually. Is a lot about taking care of the people who got hurt. This baby is here like smoking hot. Sometimes indeed there is a lot to calm down. The fever is like dangerous when everything is too fiery. The baby is in fire. Fire is fire is healing, but if it's too much fire, then it's like really not healthy neither, like an angry baby. Here is looking to these two couple are like trying to heal here. What's the problem, teddy bear? Where is your baby? Anyway, it's clearly some feeling like a weak, because there is I'm strong. That's the light side. Like, remember, you are not so everything is not so like ended. So we have a hollow deck. This is now, I'm gonna look the questions I remember well. This might be also the thing that if I would do, like many readers keep just one spread, they always do. And if I would keep Celtic Cross, I love the fact that I can do different spreads. So it's a nice thing to also change. These are 10 questions. So now we see you. Pile number 1, this is you. Okay, Queen of Bats. So there is really this kind of truthful queen. Very much could be air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Interesting that when we started this reading, I show you the bottom of the deck and it was King of Swords. So now you are showing as a queen, and queen is always a nurturing. And what actually this is very meaningful in this pile actually, what the Queen of Swords is good at, it transforms pain into wisdom. So I think here is this message. Like whatever is this pain, we are that you are able to transform that pain to wisdom. You have that kind of. Okay, now what crosses you? And Queen of Swords is going above the clouds, going to see clear, having clarity. That's the ability to see clear. It's important. It's almost like they are in the same kind of realms here. It's angel. Only that here is a bat. It's angel. Okay, this is a big spread. What crosses you now? The 2nd of June. I'm gonna put all these cards down first. Let me open them. What crowns you? Okay, this one. What is beneath you? This is like a subconscious. This was conscious. This is subconscious. You are leaving behind you. And before you, maybe this is now really the dough. 2 things. This is the dough shape. We're gonna call Sudu Serpent. Let's see the dough, very peaceful shape. So what crosses you is the pain. So if I also was already saying that there is this pain that needs to be transformed to wisdom. 7 of Swords, 7 of Bats here. If there is only one bat coming here is coming more, is somebody stealing the knives from the enemy's camp. It's really like a Kill Bill moment, like this Kill Bill kind of. Uma Thurman is here, wanting to do vendetta. I mean, this one is wanting to do vendetta, while she is actually wiser than that. She's able to move and transform that pain into wisdom. Here is a little bit this kind of reactive approach, like, oh, I attack first before they can attack me. There's really this kind of war mentality, like, okay, I take their weapons before they can attack. But it's sneaky. But it's very strategic card. So it crosses you, the strategies that are being used. Maybe in this situation there is used this kind of tactics, like somebody is like a, yes. So who of these politicians looks like this? Somebody is going like this to the enemy's camp and stealing some information or knives or whatever that they cannot strike back. But this queen, you are like seeing clear. You see through the BS. They cannot fool you, whatever is the tactics. What is above you? No, you're like very aware. Okay, Moon. You're very aware that there is these secrets and like people are trying to hide things from you, but this is of course the ruling planet of Cancer and it's Cancer season. It's not totally true. People always say like, I mean, I also keep repeating this, that the feminine yin is just like a moon energy. Masculine, strong masculine is also able to handle the moon energy. And I was maybe just reading a book. I just took this book here because I want to really read about the healthy like divine masculine. And this, if you would like to read a book in the summer, the Flowering Wand Reviving the sacred masculine, lunar kings, trans species, magicians, and rhizomatic harpist. Here is talked about this kind of lunar kings are really able to kind of take it all in and like a celebrate also everybody. It's like a Dionysus style. This is your conscious, that there are these kind of secrets going on. But also this is very much Cancer card, the Cancer season. So full moon is not now, but I mean, this Cancer energy is clearly happening now. I was even mentioning it. So this 18 moon card is now here, the Cancer energy. Then underneath, okay, we have another queen. So you're not aware how this loving queen is here underneath. Queen of Cups, Queen of Hearts. It's important to nurture your heart. To this also connect to Gemini and Cancer, this queen actually. They say that this is really, especially these two signs. But being this kind of loving mother energy, nurturing, intuitive woman, I think for the compassion is really needed, and this Cancer energy is really needed. Maybe subconsciously I understand why it's hidden here, because this is the black moon in Lilith. We are currently dealing with this kind of dark black moon in Lilith until December. 20th December, we have this black moon Lilith in Cancer. So maybe this is influencing a lot. This is very deep diving healing, and it's underneath here. So the healing has to happen deep. It's not superficial. This pain goes deep. This pain goes deep. It has to be healed deep down. Okay, what you are having behind you? Okay, so there are these agreements. Maybe also in any kind of war situation, we are always working well in society when we are making agreements, keeping the agreements, making good deals, good agreements. This is having a team that you can trust, but you are leaving this behind. Maybe something didn't work there. Maybe some deal was not actually working. Somebody broke the deal. Yeah, really having a war reading here. Okay, and the future. Interesting. The King of Cups came upside down to the future. So Loving King, this is of course Cancer related card. If this was a Cancer related card, Water Queen, also Scorpio, Pisces. But I mean, I know that this also connects very much to Gemini. The King of Hearts came upside down. There is something about this king. What is it? Maybe cannot be so compassionate. Maybe cannot be so loving. But then it came together with the Wheel of Fortune. It's a little bit like this kind of karma moment here. Or it means that the king really was like shaken up with this wheel. You know, it went like this. It's going around in the wheel. This came together. But Jupiter in Cancer, I think the future, it tells about that. Yes, because this is such a Cancer card and this is a Jupiter card. So in the future, you should pay attention. This whole year now is Jupiter in Cancer. How this homeland security, how this home as like a focus point. What is my home? Where is my home? Where I can live? Who is my family? Who I can trust? All this home, who I can love, who I can trust. All this is highlighted. Maybe the trust is a little bit broken in this war situation. It's possible even some homes are lost, but there is some setback in this Jupiter in Cancer year. Why is it? But that's why the king is now upside down. The war possibly, that's why it is. But this Jupiter in Cancer is currently going on and the home should be in focus. So why do we have to then fight about why people bomb then suddenly buildings where people live, or like all these security measures are bombed? home is a container, like a heart is a container of emotions, home is a container of family. Why we are wanting to break the container, why like Cancer is really like this kind of keeping it together. This is anyway happening in the future for you. Home should be repaired, should be more, let's say, something is wrong there, maybe it's a war, but should be more safe. There's definitely some karma moment in your home life. Something is changing. Maybe you move, maybe you cannot, maybe it's not safe to be in this war zone or wherever you live. Maybe it's that, but there is something. And there is this, again, really much this loneliness connection showing about this kind of life, what it can be at its best, connection, worst, loneliness. Looks a bit lonely here, so in this wheel. Okay, let's see forward, the snake. So now we see your attitude. We're going to the serpent. This is serpent here also. Snake here. This is supposed to be the year when we are shedding the skin, when we are kind of healing deeper. These are the themes. Maybe something old has to be broken that new can become. It is this kind of birthing process, possibly even what we are dealing here. But I mean, it's dangerous, of course, going with the missiles to have a birthing process. But yeah, I should not laugh, but it is really like positive I can say about this. Here we see anyway a lot of war in your cards. Your attitude now in this situation. People influencing you and the situation. Your hopes and fears. And outcome. I think this is outcome is here. Space is ending. This is such a big reading. Your attitude. Another king is showing up. Okay, kings in tarot is always personage. So there is a lot of like a chef in this soup. Another fire, and this is a fire king. So the Aries energy is very potent this moment. There is Aries in Saturn that is like we're supposed to have lessons in a leadership. But your attitude is this kind of very art director. Let's burn it all. Let's also very creative, but this creativity here, when we have all the other war cards around and a little bit this karma chaos here, maybe there is too many chefs in this kitchen. There is some advisor, devil advisor behind this fire king, but he would like to burn something, and that's your attitude, to burn it all. Okay. Remind you like there's a lot of water energy here. One person heals with the water and a fire. This has been balanced. It looks like there's a lot of water, emotional possibly, but now we got the fire. Attitude is the fire. Then people influencing the situation. Okay, tower. So there is totally the war going on. Like things are hit. There is. I cannot help it, but the pile number one is like it started with the Tur card, like a missile hitting, boom, and here is the tower card. So unfortunately, this is the situation we are in the war. Who knows? Even has somebody already said this is the World War III, but like this is in the air. Tower card is completely karma again. Same line with this other karma card. The Jupiter card can be positive and negative. Expansion can be expansion of very much emotions that are out of control also. Then we have your hopes and fears. Okay, star. So there is a little hope here that after the tower card, exactly the tarot, is next is a star. So there is a healing happening after everything breaks down. Like the foundation was not good enough, and then it's broke down, and then the new hope and dreams can take place. It's kind of drastic reading, this one. Aquarius card 2, we are currently having Pluto in Aquarius here. Danger of this kind of society is, of course, that Pluto in Aquarius, the negative, is the control fascist society where everything is controlled with IE and so on. So that's hopes and fears can be even related to this Aquarius EI control society. So after we got everything demolished, then somebody gonna say like we control now you. So it's a little bit here, but this is also dreaming. But I'm just telling you, like Pluto is now in Aquarius. So the dark side, the shadow side, is the fascist society. So let's hope we are not going there. Yeah, Prasan Sarma is hi dear, you're looking beautiful. Thank you. Anyway, I don't want to make anything scare you here, but everything what I see, I say, and this moment, unfortunately, the last Paradise reading, we are getting a little bit almost like the cycle went back to the beginning. Like if we start in Inferno, the world looks not so paradise here at this moment. It looks rather than we were catapulted back to the Inferno. But you could look all this series, and my intention was to make this reading that I was completely going with each chapters and so on and presenting you this book, so you don't have to read it, and I was making these cards so you can like intuitively follow the crystals or the images and then look what piles call you, and these are timeless readings. So there is, I know many times with the Inferno, I talk about hard subjects, I talk about really the Inferno was dealing with this dark side of humanity. So maybe some people need to see those Inferno episodes now because we are there now, but this is supposed to be now Paradise. Love and peace reading. So maybe people have to really understand before something changed. So we are presenting these catastrophic images here, but maybe something will change when people start to understand. We don't want to live in this kind of world. The choices we make us. So we can always choose. And sometimes changing something takes time, but it will eventually change when you decide that you want to change. Okay, outcome of this whole thing is 9 of Coins. So this is wish fulfillment. So it is actually good. Now I just see this again, some kind of world leader sitting on a Pandora box. But this is anyway like a positive, like if this is wishing upon a star and you are kind of having these hopes and fears that you start to be a little bit more praying for a better future, here is kind of showing that it's possible these kind of dreams can come true. So we'll end in the positive note, and then also always this what grounds you is always connected to that outcome. So these two this way are connected. So if again in the moonlight somebody is praying and hoping something, then like almost like a Cancer's having birthday, and you're making like a birthday wish, yes, the wish can come true. And you can be rich. You can be very, very rich. For example, if you wish that, whatever you wish, you should not say it. Just keep it in your heart. And these two are connected. So this Queen of Cups and the Fire King. So this kind of water and fire. Maybe this tells also when they are this kind of underlying attitude and the subconscious thing, that there has to be kind of balance with this water and fire. So now, before I read the advice cards, I think I verify a little bit with the mini tarot. Let's see, because this got so war related. Let's see about the future. Why is this? Is somebody gonna die? Because like, what is this? Is this some leader? Upside down cards can be a little bit negative side. What is this? 21. Okay, there is a military image here. This one, some soldiers, but it's world card. So it's definitely Saturn related. There are some lessons you need to learn, whatever is the situation. maybe there is a whole world is into some lesson. But in this card came the military showing up, so definitely this pile was all about this war. So confirmation, like the world peace is now like a on this karma wheel, like we should focus on expanding the peace and not the war. The military is involved. There's some lessons to learn. Let's see something else still. Your outcome, what could be the wish fulfillment? Okay, so we get to the friendships. 3 of Cups. So maybe the same card soon will talk about the connection, but these 3 hearts tell about that there has to be like a connection between friends, and that is also part of the wish fulfillment, that there is like a connection to other people, that you are not so alone here. But there this goes, but these are 3 hearts. Yeah, like Prasan Sarma is my dream fulfilling. This pile, there was a wish fulfillment in the end. It's very much like the friendships are highlighted. Who are your allies? And this war, of course, is important. Who are your allies? But it's important to keep those good connections. Connect. Okay, I'm gonna read now the advice card. So we had this shadow card to learn something about this whole situation. We have this 31. And I hope this one reading, where did I put my book? One reading can bring some kind of healing here. It's my aim to do this reading. I'm so hot in this room. Oh my god. But worst thing can happen is my computer might start to make noise if it gets too hot. So let's see. File number 1. This is the shadow message. Loneliness connection. Feeling lonely isn't always caused by not having people around us, but by the lack of meaningful connections with the people in our lives. So even though you might have a lot of friends or you meet a lot of people on a daily basis, you can still feel alone. Maybe the feeling arises when you realize there's no one to whom you can tell your inner secrets, nobody you can confess your pain to, or nobody there that genuinely celebrates your success and happiness with you. Yes, I'm here to celebrate it still, but soon I'm also away. But you have to find people indeed near you. This card encourages you to look at the connections you have and see if there is anything you can do to improve them, to make them deeper and more genuine. Casual connections are easy to make, but deeper connections are more meaningful and make us feel more fulfilled. So instead of fearing getting closer to others, see if you can lean in and nourish the relationship you have. You have the ability to steer conversations in different directions. If someone is telling you about an experience they had, you can choose your questions and have them elaborate on how they were feeling in the moment, what they learned from that experience, or what was the best versus worst part about it. Or you can choose to focus on the more factual side of the story, such as where they were or where else they would like to go. Start to be a bit more observant in your communication with others and see if you can notice opportunities for your connection to grow stronger and leave you both a little less lonely and a little bit more fulfilled. And connection with others is daring to give of yourself, showing that it is safe to share with you and that you welcome their true emotions and listen without judgment. Affirmation. I fill my heart and soul with meaningful connections. I think this can be very good for this kind of war situation too. Anyway, we have second advice card, which is the Death of Venus. Beautiful. Feminine energy. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you. But do not give them a foothold in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. Venus is our morning and evening star, the stellar goddess and guardian of transitional awareness and higher consciousness of the heart. She is the way shower of light and fifth dimensional reality, also known as unity consciousness. The spiritual guardianship of humanity will be complete when our mass consciousness is based on love, light, and divine feminine wisdom. When you connect with Venusian energy, it is an opportunity for increased love, magnetism, and spiritual charisma, a chance to shine your light and manifest your soul purpose with increased grace, synchronicity, and sacred artistry. Her appearance in a reading signifies a time of creative and spiritual awakening. It is a reminder of the power of the heart and our ability to rise again after a time of karmic heaviness. Very fitting to this reading. There is such a karmic heaviness. Heaviness. Even now from the deck jumped some of the card. Like it's like karmic heaviness. Trying to show like this is a karmic heaviness and unique Venusian approach. This kind of feminine touch, and that could be how we solve this. But eventually, outcome showed this kind of visual movement, and that you need to be connected to people in a positive, meaningful way. So this was pile number 1 reading. Did you like it? Just put the like for this reading so people will find it. I'm gonna have maybe a little bit more of this ginger shot. This is not alcoholic. This is a nice bio drink. So it can be very sharp. Ginger is good for you. Okay, let's clean this away. But this was very much war related. Of course, I'm open to anything to sense what's happening. Looks like angels and spirit guides see all what we are doing here. So cannot hide what you are doing in this world. And remember, I'm a brave warrior of light. It's a good message to remember. So pile number 2, we go forward. Okay, I'm gonna put this maybe here. So we have a pile number 2. It's my own deck. We have a Laguz. This is related to water. It's very loving energy, actually. Maybe I start again reading about that. First rune is alphabet L, element water, symbol primal water and feelings, interpretation, intuition, emotions, flow, renewal, dreams, hopes, and fears. It's connected also to water lily, animal goose and koshav, tarot, the star, the moon, the temperance. Astrology, moon in Cancer, sun in Pisces, moon, Neptune, and Sagittarius. And Laguz is origin of all organic life in the universe. It is the rune of the sea from which all life of the entire earth has come forth. This rune is subject to all matters of the sea. Like the sea in part of life should always be in motion. This rune is connected to the power of the moon, feminine intuition, harmony, and life energy. It can give you a warning, a message that, warning that message is important to hear right now, that you have to pay more attention what you see in the dreams, but pay more attention to the messages of the subconscious, your intuition dreams, but interpret your dreams correctly. So when you see a dream, you should be able to interpret it correctly. So pay attention what could be the message, that you don't mistake the message. we have here this kind of woman praying. It really looks like it's praying. Somehow I even went and connected this to the Middle East, but I mean, here we have, of course, this is Marguerite love story postcards. Friends, school friends Dora and Hanna sent Christmas good wishes to Margarita and her family in Berlin, December 1902. So this was those time, 1902, more than 100 years ago. We have here inner child healing, which is this kind of countryside couple. So being outside and being grounded looks like is important here. But remember to be in the nature, it's good for you. In the summer, be outside. So what is this? This thing flying in the air. This bear is here like, hey. Here is healed. In the other one is like, and here is like a mole coming. Interesting, like very ground energy. We have here, I'm kind. It's the I am, you could say to yourself. It's also interesting, there is also a flower. There is like a sunflower in this card. Being kind is like taking care of the flowers too. There was even a flower here. Interesting. I'm beautiful. This could be a beautiful to say to yourself, like a light message, like, yes, you can be beautiful. Yeah, Trasansarma, I'm kind. Yes, beautiful and kind. Good values. In the war times especially, it's good to stay like a kind-hearted. Now we read the Divine Comedy, and this 32, almost the last chapter now, it's the second last, is about symbolic rose. Interesting that there were so many flowers, and this whole thing is also about rose. So this is now the message. So Saint Bernard gives Dante a guided tour of the thrones of the Empyrean, painting out Eve, Beatrice, and several women from the Bible. The structure of the rose is divided between those who died while looking forward to Christ's coming and those who died having believed in him after he had come. Bernard Führer points at John the Baptist, St. Francis, St. Benedict, Augustine, and other saints. Then Bernard shows Dante the souls of children who died before they were old enough to exercise their wills. Dante is puzzled by the presence of these children's souls and their varying degrees of grace. He recalls the biblical story of Jacob and Esau as an example of the inscrutable nature of God's will. Then Bernard points of those souls enthroned nearest the Virgin Mary, including Adam, St. Peter, St. John, Moses, and Anna, Mary's mother. He also points out Lucia, the saint who first warned Beatrice of Dante's sinfulness. Finally, before Dante turns to look toward God himself, Bernard prays for him in order for the pilgrim to achieve on his anything at all. They must first pray. Otherwise, if he relies on his own powers, on his own wings, he risks falling back rather than moving beyond. So there is this kind of, what is it, like error more than one ingestion using the primary URL? Hopefully this is still going. I think it's still going. There is some kind of error in the screen. I don't know what is it. Hopefully it's still going. So there is this message like you should always pray, that it is very good to not just be thinking that you are here alone, managing everything. Yes, I'm not ending, but I see this kind of error, and I hope nobody else see this error on the screen. So yes, let's continue until it goes, because my computer is the next thing that could heat up, and then we get there issues. So now we go forward with the Celtic cross. it's interesting that this image is even like a praying. So praying is never bad. It's really actually praying. Now anybody listening here and being worried about the word, praying is talking to God. But being silent is actually listening to God. Like you don't always have to talk to God like praying. You can just receive, and that's very like a bodily, like a let's say like a awakened energy, that you are just becoming like a receptor, like you receive the answers to. This person is also not speaking here. It's receiving the answers. So then you use this kind of intuitive knowledge even to receive the messages. This kind of both is here, praying and listening. Because you have to be able to receive. It's almost like the most abundant people are able to receive and give, both. It's not just one way. So you have to be keeping them both ways open. So now we call the body cross. So we see who is you. I just see a yellow error on my screen and I'm like, oh my, hopefully it's not ending. And I'm sweating like a pig here. Hopefully I look still good. Okay. And actually, I in other pile I did took first the shadow. So we want to see the shadow before we go any further. So I'm gonna show you the shadow. The shadow sister, I will show you the shadow. Shadow of pile number 2 is let's see it more. Shadow of pile number 2 is this, and the light of pile number 2. Light is this. Wow, growth pain. Number 1, growth pain. So this is the shadow. And light is Sovereign Queen Mav, Ori. Queen is showing up here. Nice. We need good queens. Definitely. And this gets a new meaning. Like, look, this is meaning. There is this kind of devil in the middle. This also looks like a queen. Queen. There's queen energy here. Somebody is like really bringing this kind of queen energy here. So let's see now the Celtic cross. This is you. So we see who are you. You. You got 2 cards. If I get 2, and let's see also at the same time what crosses you. Again 2. Okay, so there is just has to be like this. Wow. Interesting. These are I like these cards. So what could I say first? There's definitely war in the air because there is a devil card. Shadow work. As I walk through the valley of death, Psalm 23. There is the Red Riding Hood, seeing which wolf you should feed. Do you feed the fears, or do you feed the love? Which wolf you feed? It's really like a wisdom of this kind of American Indian. I think even Americans should really drop into this wisdom of the American Indian. There is a lot of wisdom there. For sure, some chief with a smoking pipe would find a more peaceful solution. The peace pipe. Let's introduce the peace pipe. Just Shadow Sister is saying now, like, who has forgot the peace pipe? How important is that the leaders sit in the room just having the peace pipe? Indian style. Anyway, here we have this. And the second part, this is you, is the lock. Lock has something to say. Like somebody cut the lock is still alive. Something, there's a spirit in the lock. Twin Peaks style. Time to receive, indeed. Time to receive the messages. Come down. Get a new meaning. This is like a lock lady. The prayers can be answered, but the answers can come in a wondrous ways. Locks start to speak. Okay. So this is you and your crosset with. Okay. Wow, spiritual journey. I feel the movement of my heart towards what I love. Beautiful. 8 of Cups, like a walking away, but this is really spiritual part. So even though it's a spiritual journey, sometimes you have to walk alone. Sometime to really, like a Moses in the desert, to find the solution. And then there is a moon. Welcome to the sacred space. Stay magical. It's beautiful. Two energies together. It is sacred. This kind of a moon energy, of course, is secrets, is crossing you. So maybe there, you feel like there is some even things that are kept hidden because moon is almost you cannot see clear. But you are this crossing that you should take the time, like almost like a time out to walk a little bit alone to clear your head. Stay magical. It's crossing you. Interesting. There is this kind of moonlight even here. You were here and this is crossing you. Some power in the night. Maybe this is even talking about like what you see in the dreams. Close your eyes. During the day you are on a spiritual journey, but here night it can be even a message coming in a dream. So we had it even here. Now let's see. What crowns you? See, very queen-like energy already here. What is the crown? Yes, presence or card makes this happen. Yes, like you are wanting really to getting this study. Card might find weird ways to make some wish happen. Like if you ask, what was it the thing? If you ask something, a card give you rain. Was it like you ask something to grow and God give you rain? Like it can be different way things happening that you would normally think. But it's perfect. This crowns you. This is beneath you. This is behind you. I have this dove and this is before you. Oh wow, my own Shadow Sister deck card. This is like almost like cover card of this deck. So 5 of Cups, this is a big loss. The magic is in the mess, Brené Brown has said, but here is like putting the love and light in your mirror because shadow work is very potential. It was already mentioned here. My 2 shadow work cards are both in the table. It's almost like you are really called to do your shadow work. The shadow work is to do with this kind of secret energy also that you cannot always see clear. You have to kind of align yourself. This is almost like aligning all your chakras because all chakra colors are showing here. Sometimes really doing your kind of self-care is how you get forward. But this crown shoe is the lost card. Of course, somebody could have lose somebody or is gonna lose somebody, like somebody's gonna die or there is this loss and a pain. But we focus often too much on like even we start to remember just the person who died, just like oh it ended, while we could still remember all the love that there is, all the memories, everything that is. So this is asking to focus on that love and light and paint that to your face because you can master your feelings. You can be master of your own feelings. That feelings change. There are seasons that change. They're not so static. Everything passes. So understand this. Fluidic energy can be good with emotions. To not be stuck with this kind of pain. Then what is beneath you? Okay, make your dreams become reality. So there is this kind of dreaming energy. Page of Pentacle, like wanting to invest to something new and hoping for the better. So underneath you are very hopeful that things could magically turn out well still. Whatever is the... Even this could be like somebody, there's some loss. There's like underneath there is a lot of like a hope for the new. Then what you see beneath you, okay, work hard, play hard. So these folk stories are here a lot. So you have been a very hardworking person. That's been a value for you to do your work, to do all this what you need to do. like work hard, play hard. The attitude. Future is true love, quality time together. So you are heading towards this, that whatever is this loss here that you're aware, you are searching to be together with your person or the person you love. Could be a person who got sick even, you're going to them to give hugs. So there is this very loving energy in the future, beautiful, quality time together. Really nice. This is actually Cancer card as well. We are in Cancer season. This Two of Cups is actually Cancer card as well. So we are really much having this Cancer season on. It's all about like a loving heart, loving base. Time to have a quality time together in a comfy place. Let's see now. Serpent. Your attitude to people influencing you and the situation. Your hopes and fears. And outcome. Okay, so 68 is like a number coming here, but it's a victory card. Do what you love in the service of those who love what you do. This kind of unicorn card with this kind of healing message always. Unicorns horn can heal. This is somebody being victorious what they do. And then 8 of Swords is again very much pain. If you live in your head, it's probably because it hasn't been safe to live in your body. Mastin Kippet said, and true healing happens when we realize that every part of us is seeking to be loved, heard, and understood, not changed. So this kind of healer and the person stuck in the the rabbit got stuck in the ice, and he's coming to kind of to make the hole bigger, like getting this rabbit out of the trap. This would be really, this can be the vicious circle where somebody ends up with their mind. And here this firepower is really like a hero coming home, able to kind of like bring the victory, even rescue this would be like very much related to this kind of feeling like you are like a victim, and then the positive energy opposite of victim would be mother. So somebody is really taking care of things and do what you love in the service of those who love what you do. It's good that somebody is taking action. It's not just staying like in this analysis paralysis here. They actually have some magical horn, unicorn horn to come to heal them. It's kind of, I think the attitude is like you can do it, but maybe even this is a person or something is that this duality is like vicious circle and a person taking action. I would say that you are helping some people who are like this. The attitude is like, yes, I can help people who are stuck. I can do it. I know what it takes. And then next is people influence your situation. Okay, so there is this with chaos card. You need chaos in your soul to give birth to a dancing star. So if this was kind of like the white unicorn, the black unicorn is this kind of war or like a dark energy. Like, yes, you are having this attitude of being the light worker, like a light person, healing person. But in the world, we see this kind of like a dancing stars who are very egoistic and going to just like me, like a Saturn in Leo, like a very egoistic games, just explosions like for the best of just few people and just being in the spotlight. But like these are opposite energies. This is around you, this kind of like black unicorn, but you are showing up above the white. So you kind of have to face this. It's almost like this monster when you are rescuing this friend. Is this dealing with this? But positive, I also put this healing message like you need chaos in your soul to give birth to a dancing star. So sometimes the chaos is needed, even in our times now that we have this whole chaos getting in our world. Something new will come out of this. Even we have to go through this birthing pain and growth pain. Then your hopes and fears. Okay, we got again this next level from this is that you can completely capture it here. It's always darkest before the dawn, but that's the positive message in this Nine of Swords. Like somebody would wake up in the night and understand we cannot go anymore like this. Like if maybe this person is even in the hospital, like I need to have the right care for my illness. Like cannot go on like this. I'm gonna die soon. But this positive is like it's always darkest before dawn. So whatever it happens, something better can come. This is the lowest low you have got now, or you are in. This rabbit cannot sleep. It's like a red-eye rabbit captured here. Yes. And the outcome is who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes, Carl Jung. So we have this fox again. The fox was underlying energy. Somebody can be the wise king here, can be the truthful right king to find the right solution. Maybe there is a recipe that whatever is it, like it's in some wisdom, the answer. Somebody have just like the outcome is that wisdom saves the day. Like somebody reading a book or reading something book or like getting some advice, some wise advice. This king is really truthful and honest and wise. But here is also asked to go inside. Keys are inside of you. These two cards will be connected, so I think mastering emotion might be really helping even if you would deal with some illness. Mastering emotions, like sometimes emotions make us sick. If you master anything a little bit more with the light and love, might help you even feel better. These cards are connected, so underlying energy is staying positive. These two cards are very positive. One is trapped here, but this person knows how to dream bigger. This is like a hero. And this should remember that if you live in your head, it's probably because it hasn't been safe to live in your body. So move your body. Maybe sometimes you cannot move alone. Somebody needs to come to help you to make the area a little bit bigger to move because it's stuck there with the head. But anyway, movement would be like changing a little bit, like this kind of movement would be a key solution, that you move more. Okay, let's see now the advice cards. So we have this growth pain. There's a shadow. Where I put my paper. Oh, I forgot to take current feelings of your person. Pile number 1 didn't have any feelings. Maybe this one we can keep. So I'm already busy 1 hour. Hopefully this ventilator is not too loud. So growth pain, pile number 1. There can be no growth without pain. We often resist change and growth because it might be painful to let go of what is known to us. We fear what we could become without it. It is easy to fall into the habit of focusing too much on what we leave behind rather than what we have to gain. You may feel stuck where you are at and fail to realize that you are on a constant journey of growth. Your actions, experiences, and previous thoughts and emotions are your roots, and they will always be part of you. But on the other hand, you can use these to your advantage and grow new branches that you have never thought of before. While things are taking form, it might feel turbulent and painful, but eventually these things will become part of your stable roots. Ask yourself how you think about change and growth. What are the things you are resisting and what are the things you have to gain? The pain we experience when going through growth may have originated from the fear of showing our true selves, our insecurities and vulnerability. To truly grow, acknowledge that it's okay not to be perfect, find courage to face your own fears and the strength to tear down or lower your wall of judgment towards yourself and others. Affirmation: I embrace the pain and make way for growth. This is totally the shadow work here. You were called as your own card came this shadow work and the lock lady. You were asked to, and lock lady here is a hermit card. You were asked to go inwards, to have the growth really inside and a shadow work facing those inner shadows. Here was also outcome card was like who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. So awakening is here about going inside. Here somebody was dreaming subconsciously outside. But yes, you have to go inside. So spiritual journey happens inside within yourself, and there's a lot of growth, even if it feels painful. Okay. What is saying? We have no person. Yes, we had current feelings of your person. I'm gonna still read the light message and then I don't want to forget about this. The current feelings of person works like this, that I have made this feeling so long now, like at least more than a year, 2 years maybe, and I always add to the box. So it's really random what comes from there, but they are like generated in whole calendar year, so there are all kind of feelings. First we see this light message. It's almost like I'm here. It's like when I have this in my head. Oh, that would be a nice head. So, Sovereign Queen of Mouth. This is a very beautiful energy to solve all kind of wars. I think people should take women in the negotiation table, mothers and all kind of women from all areas of life, all cultures. Be good. Value what is sacred to you by protecting it from interference, even that which may be well-intentioned. Be compassionate, but set firm boundaries. You are going to triumph over a negative situation. It will take courage, but you have more than enough inner strength, resourcefulness, and boldness to accomplish what you wish to attain. Do not give up. You have the ability to connect with higher worlds, so open your heart and mind to the light. At the portal between everyday reality and the rupture of unchecked aliveness stands Sovereign Queen Maeve. She is an initiatrix, taking us beyond the constraints of polite moralism and into the bliss, sacred passion, grit, and astuteness needed to cultivate and protect the light. Goddess warrior, queen of the Fae, and fearless guardian and protector of territory, Maeve is wild and determined. She stimulates confidence, encouraging one not to shy away, but rather to assertively engage with life and claim your true place in the world. She encourages us to refuse to allow our sacred territory to be intruded upon by unworthy rulers, whether they be critical voices in our own mind or echo-driven interlopers. Maeve is the instinct to engage when challenges, to call on recruits and use all the inner wisdom and talent at your disposal so you can assert the light and refuse to be put down or denied your rightful place. Okay, I'm gonna read more because it's simply fitting to this war situation. Protecting territory from a spiritual perspective is unlike the grasping and self-serving of the ego that wishes to obtain whatever it can for its own benefit. This world needs souls who are willing and able to hold sacred space and refuse to allow it to become contaminated by greed, jealousy, hate, or confusion. This is an act of courage and selflessness. Such an act of courage serves all beings. To be a son or daughter of Maeve requires some spiritual chops. It takes feisty refusal to be dominated or controlled. It also takes the wisdom to recognize that one can lovingly accept all that is without judgment, whilst discerning when and how to set a firm boundary, lest sacred space be trampled upon and defiled by ignorance. Rapture is pathway out of control and into the sacred and consciously chosen abandonment into something greater than self. When the ocean into which we plunge ourselves is that of the spirit, then our ecstasy becomes a revitalizing, frequency-raising, soul-empowering experience which manifests pathways to victory where in a lower state of awareness there appear to be no hope. If we honor our need for communion with the sacred realms, we will give ourselves the time and space we need to integrate relevant practices into our lives. Committing to spiritual practice requires self-possession to know what matters to you, irrespective of whether another or society in general can recognize the wisdom in your values. Sovereignty is self-possession. It is the belonging to oneself that happens internally as we claim our being and commit to our unique life journey. True spiritual sovereignty exists outside of social mores. It is not about becoming subversive or disrespectful to others, but rather about seeking out freedom of being. This leads to you naturally becoming an active presence which dismantles enslaving social mores and stimulates society to mature spiritually. This oracle asks you to come home to yourself again and again. Know you are strong enough to live your life and chart your course in communion with the sacred. In Sanskrit, Shwaraya is self-rule, and as the meaning of Rai is also radiance, it can also mean self-luminous. Do not allow your destiny to rest in the hands of others. Recognize that the light within is your true ruler. Recognize that the light within is your true ruler. You have the power to light yourself up with spirit. Commit to what you can do and believe the realms of the divine are working with you. Do not be dissuaded, you shall be victorious. Wow, this was really like your attitude was also this. Really like a queen is coming to save this rabbit of the day. Queen comes to save the day. Positive message, really feminine energy needed. I'm for it all. Maybe me even here. It's like now. Positive energy all around. Well said. So now I take current feelings of person. Unfortunately, pile number 1, for some reason I forgot. But pile number 2, there is some loving feelings in this world for you. So I mean, we get them. Maybe the war was stopping all the love. Unfortunately, feelings even I forgot. Happens. Unfortunately, in the war, nobody remembers any more love, the current feelings. Grace was in all her steps, heaven in her eye, in every gesture, dignity and love. John Milton has said this. Then we have dynamic awareness. I am love. Love is being. Belief to God and Goddess, and higher love. Awareness is love in action, mystic feeling, spirituality, oneness, life is love, and love is life, compassion. Very aligned to this love. There may come a time when a lass needs a lawyer, but diamonds are girl's best friend. White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. When the man on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving slow, go ask Alice. I think she will know. And last feeling is perfect Ed Sheeran. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered, darling, you look perfect tonight. Wow. There is a lot magic in the mess. It was even said here in your card. Even there's pain, there's a lot of magic in the mess. Remember the magic in the mess. This is happening, it's happening. Chaos creates new life. And sometimes pain, but pain can be also temporary. It's not forever. Like here. It's always darkest before the dawn. When I draw this, I thought about the Monty Python killer bunny. So it's also a war situation over there. But I see it like really like a loving rabbit who just wanna fight for the good cause in the cave. Okay. So let's see pile number 3. I hope my ventilator is not gonna be too loud. Things are getting a little bit messy on my table. But maybe it's a good thing, because when you are busy, it looks like a mess, but things are happening. Things are happening. So, is now here. Pile number 3. Still candle. Still candle burning. I have this kind of bohem candle here. Burning. And yes, I posted a picture, but I have today Minecraft things here. Whatever this means. Maybe this is for the pile number 3. Just have to show them now. Dennis. Where is Dennis? So you got really this kind of Star Wars style space shuttle here, but is it Dagaz? Maybe we read this rune because this is like the first time in ever, all these years, this rune comes now. Pile 3. Alphabet D, like a D-Day, and a Dagaz, element fire. This is time to act, don't give so... You are so close to the goal. Symbol is a rainbow bridge and a sunrise and a day. And interpretation, awakening, certainty, enlightenment, completion, and hope and trust. Interesting that the tree is connected to this is an oak and a spruce. So there's these kind of big trees. Animal is fox and a bearded vulture. Tarot, temperance at the star. Astro is sun in Sagittarius, moon in the 11th house, crescent moon and a moon. Dagaz means light or day and stands primarily for midday and midsummer, when the light is strongest. Yeah, I was actually most surprised about this rune is that this is a midsummer rune, and now it's midsummer when I pull it. So how fitting is that we have the midsummer going on and got this midsummer rune. And midsummer when the light is strongest, because at this time of day or year, the power of light is most pronounced. Dagaz brings not only the message of awakening and clarity, but also of transformation. Dagaz has the awakening as a meaning, and with her begins a mystical time in which all opportunities such as life and death or darkness and light become one. Dagaz represents the balance between day and night and stands for the beginning of the day. Thinking and acting, and especially the insight that polarity and contradictions are necessary patterns of human thinking, are symbolized by it. The person seeking advice can look forward to a message, perhaps a new beginning, new day. It's a new day, it's a new life for me. So, what is will I come in top 50, you're asking? After this reading, I'm gonna take the questions, but now we see the postcards. When I read the last chapter of the Divine Comedy, this is really the mandolinata, the serenata here. Is the last of last, but it says something in French. Mandolinata, mais comme elle rentra une rose tomba que la page donna calamend a sa mia. Okay, my French is bad, but here is some French mandolinata, serenata. Then we have I am abundant. It's money. And there is 2 light messages. I'm a wonderful. And there's some kind of error here, which is I'm in harmony with my creation. Only way is up. You're in harmony with your creation. And you have very solar energy here also. Very aligned with this day energy. And your inner child healing cards are this kind of show must go on. Like you have to show yourself. You should not hide. You should really show your talents. Dancers are here. Showman and showgirl. Yes, we're gonna read the last chapter of Divine Comedy. It's here. So the Divine Comedy Paradiso 33 love that moves the sun and other stars. San Bernard requests the Virgin Mary to grant Dante grace to be able to behold God directly, strengthening his soul for this and purifying his heart for the life he will lead thereafter. Dante's sight becomes pure and wholly free, and he looks into the light. When he gazes into the eternal light, Dante felt that he saw contained within the light all the pages of a single book scattered throughout the universe, yet now bound together. When that light strikes a soul, that soul cannot choose to look elsewhere, for the light gathers up all goodness. The longer Dante gazes, he begins to perceive deeper within the light. Three mutually encircling spheres of the same size and different colors, one mirrored by the second appearing like twin rainbows, and the third appearing as a fire flaming out from the other two. Deep inside this, this is a circulation in the second sphere that reflects the first. Okay, this is very like a too much information maybe, but they are like circulating the spheres. And Dante thinks he perceived the human form eventually. He is looking into this light. His mind has reached its limits, but his desire is satisfied. He will and desire now move in harmony with the love that moves the sun and other stars. And yes, I think I thought something else, but this is like he wanted to see the God and he saw it. After so much pilgrim, he finally came to this point of seeing the God. Okay, and directly. So it's a very beautiful message, this I'm in harmony with my creation, because the whole point of this pilgrim is that Dante would then remember this story and write it down. So he's led to, I think that the extra thing that I didn't read was here, actually I have to read this, is like, so initially it was Mary's pity that Beatrice initially summoned Virgil to lead Dante through hell, purgatory, and heaven. Mary's intercession allowed Dante at last to look upon the light of the God directly, an experience that transcends intellect, language, and memory. And Dante sees finally God's providence, that God's providence holds creation together. So it was like his wish to see this, but it's like it's a beautiful talk about like the God's providence, like there is all is taken care of. It's like God's like a world of creation that is all like a making sense together as a unity. The little parts make sense. Okay, so now we are going to Celtic cross, I guess. It's long reading. It's already 1 hour 40 minutes, and I always promise to answer people's questions too, but this is still 5 minutes. Celtic cross. Divine Comedy deck. How beautiful is this that, I mean, this is now what is currently in the bottom of the deck is Page of Cups, very dreaming energy. It's a beautiful thing that this is a Divine Comedy deck that I'm using the last Divine Comedy reading, so very aligned. It's good to be a dreamer. This was the Sandman card, like I always say, like I have this Sandman's Daughter series where I do this kind of art. This is my Venus of Darkness from that series. But this reminds me of that. It's good to keep dreaming, to have this kind of innocent dreaming power. But something about that now. What is you? Pile number 3. You, and this crosses you. Let's see this now. You are coming as the Ace of Swords, so somebody who is really having like powerful new beginning. Can be a heureka moment, like you get completely from the source, like a sword, like some information, some kind of awakening possible even, but like almost like angel is like hitting your head, like, okay, ta-dang, this is what you have to do. But you are showing up this kind of initiator, like with ideas, idea maker, somebody who is very sharp with the mind. Okay, maybe you are even like most this kind of like angel Michael slaying the dragon. It reminds me, this is also the style. Then that you strike the dragon or the devil with information. Like truth will set people free. Like there could be like a huge truth. You are like a truth speaker here even. What crosses you is the King of Wands. So the Fire King, somebody who wanna do indeed war. So maybe this is really confrontation, like okay, what are you doing there? Like why you wanna bomb some nations? Why you wanna have this fire everywhere? Like there is some insight here. You are wanting to give some insight to this. Like we see what you're doing. Angels see. Like, do I really mediate this? We see what you're doing. We are here. We see what you're doing. World leaders, you will be uncountable for your deeds. Anyway, this is crossing you. That there is all this Fire King energy here. Can be a chaotic power too. This would be very like a character wanting to create something, but with very fiery energy. Then so this could have been Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo card also. So then what crowns you? What is beneath you? What is behind you? What is before you? Okay, crowns you is King of Swords. So there's another king. There is really another leader. King is always mastery energy. So you were like crossed with somebody mastering the fire. But you are also crowning because you are the Ace of Swords. So you are the King of Swords. So you are mastering the sword energy. You are really mastering truth and the clarity and all this possible, even like a Queen of Swords, especially change the pain to wisdom. I would say the King of Swords is really knowing the newest information and taking it in as making the decision based on the newest information. So if you are giving the newest information, the King of Swords is listening definitely the newest and the science and everything, but it's the new thing that's happening. It's not like a stupid king. It's gonna listen. Pratham Sharma said, "You look so beautiful, thank you." But it's cool. There is really this kind of air sign. Air is storm also. Air is the energy of the fire, of course, like burn everything. But air energy is storm. Let's change everything. So there has to be some change in the mindset, change in the how you think, change in the beliefs, and that is now crowning. Like somebody is showing some kind of values possibly. I'm gonna tell you now because somebody needs to hear this, like what is the cycle of beliefs. So you have a belief, it could be religious belief because you have this belief that then creates emotion. So be aware of your beliefs, the emotion, make you like triggered, feel something, and you have to make a decision. You have the emotion and the trigger about it. The emotions trigger you, then you have to make a decision. Then based on that decision, you take action. So belief, trigger, decision, action. And then you get a result out of all this cycle, and then start again. So just be aware of this cycle, and know that if you have a value of truth and honesty and other people are not having it, like, why are you hanging out with this kind of people if they are not honest and truthful? Like, there is certain values that has to be respected, and this King of Swords is definitely going to remind you about those values. Or beliefs. They are understanding what it means to be like going this kind of cycle. They are wise enough to see the big picture, to cry about the storm clouds. And then this is now beneath you. Okay, no, Pentacles, very independent person. This would be giving a concept here alone. But somebody like underneath, you can handle a lot alone. You can create a lot of wealth alone. You have a lot of skills. Possibly this person is like a good pianist, but you have skills that you manage to work well. If you leave behind. Queen of Pentacles. So the Pentacle energy is like this Earth sign Queen. Would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But Queen of Pentacle is really like what seeds you've been throwing, and the Queen is always nurturing it, growing the garden. But it's almost like what you sow, you reap. So the Queen knows what has been growing in the kingdom. So whatever is this growth in the past, but this is this kind of like what you've been choices you make you, but what you've been growing in your kingdom. There's this very strong persons here, very like this could be even related to people. These relationships could be a mother relationship. What if your mother is influencing you? Happen with your mother or your mother relationship? We can verify this anyway. Then we have before you, okay, strength. There is in this card is also showing a woman with a lion. So you have to show a lot of strength. Maybe this what you are leaving behind is like the mother takes care of everything, but now you are underneath. You have to solve a lot alone. You have to kind of grow up. You have to handle whatever this strength, inner or outer strength, these lions. A little bit war situation here also, but this inner strength is called in the future. You have to be strong to handle these beasts around you. But there's this feminine energy too, very much coming. So it's in this war situation, definitely compassion, this kind of feminine style of thinking, it's needed. Nurturing, caring about our world, like a mother nature. This would be also mother nature. You're leaving it behind. You remember where you come from. Everybody comes from a mother. So then now this is your attitude. So we go forward. See the snake. This was the doe. Now we see the snake. Attitude. People and influencing and your situation around you and your hopes and fears. I'm not often doing this, but I have to look a little bit at these questions. And then outcome. Okay, so there is still a very feminine energy everywhere. So Queen of Cups, there is this loving queen. Your attitude is to be loving, being nurturing, but really with the heart. Beautiful. So these two are usually connected, independent but heartfelt. That's underlying attitude here. Remember your heart. Caring person. Then we have people and situation influence. Okay, That's bad. That's like a Ten of Swords is really like somebody stabbed the back. It was in this kind of war situation. You were thinking you're negotiating with somebody a peaceful solution, or like everybody's listening what you're saying, or like what agreements are made are respected, but no, they stab you in the back and they leave you bleeding. So, I mean, war. Everybody who participate to war are in a mess. You know, they are part of it. They cannot, if they go to be part of the war, they are in the war. There is just like no saying like I'm not in the war. Like if you go to the war, you are, everybody is ugly. Everybody, there is no good side. Every side is bad. There is of course a victim also. One is a victim, others are doing something here. So that's a situation outside, like somebody did dirty. Something is unfair. Then we have your hopes and fears. It's Ace of Cups. So there is still like, if you are showing already in the beginning like an ace, you are wanting new beginning. And you have also here, it's really like a cycle of emotion. I was talking about the cycle of belief, but emotion is part of it. So hopes and fears is like maybe you have to be paying attention what kind of emotional traps you are ending up. In one previous reading, I gave some emotional trap cards. If you want to read about this, there exists in the human psychology 18 emotional traps they can fall into. One can be you have to be submitting to people. Something can be that you have to always perform well, or like be high performance, and there's all kind of these emotional traps. But this is now the hopes and fears is the Ace of Cups, like emotional cycle and being aware of what kind of cycle you are in or what you're feeling. But hopes and fears that something might be hard. Outcome is Two of Swords. So we have decision. You are maybe sometimes need to do it really blindfolded. You don't always know what's coming, but Knight of Swords, this would be this kind of Knight Templar really going to fight to the war. So this decision has to be made a little bit with few clarity. Sometimes the person is thinking even to do the decision between two things, but there is third thing behind. So keeping the clarity here is important before you start running to this war. What are you actually like going for? What thing you are fighting for? You should have this outcome is like it's pointing out here, like looking to the sea, like what boat is coming here, like what's gonna happen, like smoke coming from the head, like I don't know really what's coming. Still, I'm willing to fight. So it's feeling like there's lack of clarity. Still need to fight. It's connected to this King of Sword and Ace of Swords. So I mean, this King of Sword. So I think these are very much same suite all. So it's almost like an information war is happening here. Everything is who knows more, who knows best. Everything is about mental here. But you seem to have some good new beginning of ideas. It's a good thing. Yes, Prasan Salama, please answer. I'm still finishing this reading. We are still having advice cards. So this was interesting. A little bit war related reading, but very much personal strength and remembering this feminine energy is very in the past, in the below, in the talents. There is a lot of like a feminine wisdom you could tune into, and that's intuitive power, and it's come from the heart. So now I'm going to take, I didn't take them on the table, no. So shadow. The shadow in this pile is, and the light. Oh, I forgot to put back this one. And the light. Shadow is behavior, interpretation. Interesting that this person is also dancing. why we had this dancing couple here. That's almost like really something about this. What is the show going on here? There's also this kind of mandolinata show going on here. Then we have a light is Solve Polluti, 741 Hertz. Pointing again a lot to the heart. Heart knows best. Let's read this. And after this, I will take current feelings of person, and then I'm going to take a question from the audience. So hold on. 16 is your shadow. So, behavior interpretation. Behavior is highly dependent on interpretation. We are intelligent beings, and therefore how we behave is not simply a systematic reaction to what is happening around us. We have the ability to interpret, analyze, and think before we take action. Wow, very much aligned to this Two of Swords and Knight of Swords, taking fast action. So this sentence, we have ability to interpret, analyze, and think before we take action. How we behave is a result of how we interpret the situation. So you should take time out to think clear. This card encourages you to keep an eye on your inner visions about other people's actions. What you tell yourself about what is happening and how you view the situation will affect how you react towards it. Your actions aren't a result of other people's behavior, but a result of how your mind interprets it. It can be tempting to stay in your own mind and convince yourself that you are right, and more challenging to try and see something different to what you are telling yourself. But if you can start practicing this, you might find that your own mind can play tricks on you, and what you see for yourself is not always the only thing there is to a situation. There can be multiple scenarios, explanations, and resolutions. The same goes for other people's actions. Have you ever sat and analyzed in your head different scenarios of what people will do if you act in a certain way or say certain things? Most of us do this all the time about the tiniest things, but their reactions are also a result of their own interpretation and doesn't have anything to do with you, what you say or what you do. There is no need to put all the blame on yourself either if something goes sideways. Other people have their own visions and interpretations that you cannot see or know, so perhaps they also need to be forgiven for their behavior sometimes. Affirmation. I don't simply react, I analyze and act. Yes, it's good to analyze more before you do something. And the last advice is this. In Tarot, the 19 is the happiest card of Tarot. Interesting, like this is 16 and this is 19. The number, 6 and 9 kind of mirrors each other. So they are really needing to be now heard. Parasam, my phone is going to switch off. So I'm almost at the end of this reading. I can take this will be my last reading this summer. So I think, like, if you want to get answer from me, you really have to be here soon. Tune into your heart and you will be able to find your way through any negative or toxic situation. Engage in self-healing and space clearing. Commit to regular practices that help you connect to your inner light. Your light shall not be overcome by any darkness or negativity. Take time to clean your heart and mind of negativity by focusing on the divine beings that bring joy to your heart. It is appropriate for you to desire your own personal and sacred space and access it daily. We live in an age of heightened environmental, emotional, and spiritual pollution. During such a world age, it takes more work to experience clarity, purity, and originality. Often the bulk of our challenge is simply warding off future negative influences and attempting to dislodge the toxins permeating our energy field psychologically, physically, and emotionally. The onslaught continues with chemical toxins in woods, polluted oceans, which contaminate sea life, and the bombardment of electromagnetic radiation. When technological development lacks commensurate wisdom, such is the current case. Progress contains a shadow side of harm to our planet and her creatures, including us humans. Higher beings are lovingly and faithfully working to assist souls in their transition from fear to a love-based inner orientation, and to become strong enough to ward off future negative influences and reverse the toxic culture within themselves and our world. A shift is available for hearts willing to exchange the constant battle with relentless negativity for being source of light, love, and peaceful abiding on this planet. When these hearts reside in an inner place of purity, they are able to bring unconditional love and spacious primordial wisdom into our world for the spiritual benefit of all beings. With their positive enthusiasm for the healing for all beings, they can do much good in the world. To be around such hearts instills peace and relaxation, hopefulness, and vitality within the soul. The frequency of 741 Hz cleans things up. Solar polluti is a Latin expression which means a clear pollutants and toxins. This frequency focuses on clearing, freeing the hold of negativity, and allowing the natural way of bright, beautiful manifestation to unfold. This frequency works to clear intentions and electromagnetic radiation from the body. It also attunes one to the harmony of quantum field, the reorganizing principle of the higher self, which knows what you are and how to dislodge and disengage from that which is inauthentic and obstructive to your radiant being. When this oracle appears in a reading, it is a call to clear yourself and your space in ways that feel affirming, inspiring, and beautiful for you. Trust that no matter how much gunk the ego-driven actions of humans might generate, it is no match for the power of spirit at play in willing human hearts. May all such hearts join with spirit and with each other to clear and bless all creatures for the greatest good. I think this was such a prayer for the whole humanity in the last pile now. And last thing, but not least, I'm gonna take the current feelings of your person. You must have also cleaning in your heart in the way of knowing who is loving you and what they want to say to you. Okay, here. Pile number one, unfortunately, had no feelings, but that's was the word. But divine timing, trusting divine present moments, perfect feeling, empathy, and virtue. So there's a divine timing for everything. And we have here, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not, Kurt Cobain. Okay, Kurt came to the last pile even to say, the final word, better be who you are than hated who you are not. Hated who you are than loved who you are not. And then, never give up and good luck will find you. Current feelings of person, Dark Horse by Katy Perry. Damn, I think I love her. Shafty so bad I'm sprung and I don't care. She got me like a roller coaster, turned the bedroom into a fair. The love is like a drug. I was trying to hit and quit it, but little mama so dope I messed around and got addicted. Okay. Some mama feelings. Then we have here Venus Doom by him. Watch me fall for you, my Venus Doom. Hide my heart where all dreams are entombed, my Venus Doom. All dreams are of you, my Venus Doom. It's really like a Valentine Venus Doom. And then we have here Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. Move it up, down, left, right, on, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can sleep, baby, I know that's me, Espresso. Very passionate feelings here also. Somebody? Who is it? But now, did everybody who want to ask a question give up by now? This has been a long reading, 2 hours. Prasant, are you there? His phone was going off. Yeah, you have to have an endurance with these readings. 2 hours, I was busy. Now I will be ready for the question, and I'm really looking for that. Like, what kind of questions? Of course, people are very much always thinking about their own life, but these questions can be also answering the big questions of the world. Somebody want to know. If I go to holiday and not be here for 2 months, I'm gonna have a little ginger drink while waiting. Anybody here want to know the current feelings of your person? I can do all kind of readings. I'm ready. I took so many decks here. But also the Cinderella show. If somebody wanna know about the prince. So is there anybody? I'm gonna look. Really people are giving up by now. It's been a long reading, but I thank you for being here. If you want a Midsummer reading, you need to be magical also. Let's put the crystals back to the back. Back to the back. Now here is your possible reading waiting. I also have here as extra all the runes because I have all the cards in this room. If you would need to pull a rune for you also. All these runes are written. Only this X rune, Gebo, partnership, which has never come in my reading so far. So who knows if the X rune wanna come here. It's also available today. And so here are all the runes. So nobody's gonna ask anything. Okay, so then let's do this. I already was promising to give a reading for Cancer. Happy birthday on the Cancer sign. Almost I am tempted to make a birthday reading even to Leo because I will be away when those birthdays are happening, but let's focus now on Cancer. So let's take a birthday reading for Cancer. Cancer, what you have. You have a solar plexus. So it was like the pile number 3 could have been for you. This energy here could have been for you because this was the solar chakra. You get this Divine Comedy deck you just used. Now let's see birthday reading for Cancer. What could be? Let's have Divine Feminine Masculine. There is Cancer of male and Cancer of female, but you all know that there is this kind of moon and the sun. Inside of you, you can have masculine energy and feminine energy, even whatever is you are. I'm gonna show you your masculine and feminine poles. Of polarity that baby is showing. Okay, you have to feel this. Cancer, what is your polarity in the Midsummer? Masculine side, and what is the love connection? Cancer. So there is a heel. Wow. Star card. Breaking the change. Beautiful. Being a star. This, in one reading, when we had this war in the Panama one, there was all this kind of healing was coming after the chaos. This heel is now breaking the change that binds you. And feminine is creatress fight. Wow. So it comes with the creativity. Wow, this dragon queen is here. This is your queen. It's fairy. Creatress fight. Let's just read this and then I give a couple of cards. Let's start like that. Cancer was very beautiful. Being a star and being a creatress. This is now a birthday reading for Cancer, and you got masculine side this star card. Heal. Forgive, offer, receive, serenity, hope, inspiration. A peaceful healing energy surrounds you right now. This is an ideal time to bring healing to your relationships and realize your hopes and dreams. This card could be presenting itself to ask you Isn't it time for forgiveness? Understand that no human being can ever be perfect. By accepting this, you are in a position to forgive yourself and those with whom you are involved. Forgive freely and without reservations, as blame and resentment are heavy weights to bear. By forgiving, you will feel a weight lifted from your shoulders and become enveloped by deep serenity. You will also give the gift of serenity to the other person. Don't just offer forgiveness, also offer your love and thoughtful insight. Open non-judgmental dialogue with others, sharing what you learned and how you've grown. By doing so, you will be encouraging others to practice forgiveness. With hope for the future, relationships can blossom. Please know too that by forgiving yourself and embracing a hopeful spirit, you also invite new relationships into your life. At the same time, be willing to receive the blessings that others have to offer you. Be open to their insights and guidance. Listen objectively to what others have to say and act upon that guidance if it feels right for you. Be receptive to divine inspiration as well. It surrounds you at this time. Heal yourself, heal your relationships, and be at peace. Affirmation. I often accept healing in my relationships and I'm at peace. Then you get this creatrix. Healing creativity, I would say, is really here. Like a solar plexus is somebody who is really like taking action. But feminine here is almost like a cutting the chains with some scissors. Like, okay, you are free now. Free to dream. Let's see. Oh, I want to take an alchemy card for you also, Cancer. Where is this? It's number one, of course. Yeah, it's really like a magician style. Mini here. This is the feminine polarity for Cancer. You are creatrix, crafted in the Great Spirit's image, to create in any form, writing, dancing, design, singing, weaving, etc. It's a natural and divine act. Do not hesitate, create now. What is inside of you is meant to come out. Whether you create from a wellspring of joy or alchemize your pain and grief into art, your creativity is essential to a fearless life. Go out and take a risk. Let stories happen to you, then write them. Sculpt, paint, and make music from them. Don't waste your breath with words like "I'm not creative" or "I don't know what to make." Live life fully. Feel all the things. Your ache, your joy, and your wild ambition will come pouring out of you onto life's canvas. Don't judge or prohibit what comes out and how, just make it. Maker and designer. What is this? The man has to heal a little bit more. Together they can do a lot. Okay, I wanted to take your alchemy card. Now I felt intuitively like let's have alchemy between this couple. This is now the love relationship you are calling in. Your birthday, your midsummer night magic. What kind of alchemy is happening in this? Okay, we have a resina. We think about some dinosaurs. Let's see. This is the alchemy currently. Cancer, holding, adhering, surrounding. Resin is a miraculous material. It offers both stability and transparency. For centuries, sculptors and archivists have used it to capture an object in time and place, preserving it for observation and adoration. Envision a delicate insect or flower suspended in a paperweight. Such is the alchemical energy of resin. Its qualities are protective, sealing, and hardening. When this card appears, there is a holding that's occurring, either literally or physically. While well intended, someone may be limiting the one they wish to protect. There may be an aspect of nostalgia at work in the laboratory, an unwillingness to let go or change. On the other hand, the resin card can indicate preservation of that which is most valued a return to what's been lost. And you have to ponder the bond between these two people. What kind of bond you have? Was there something else? Yes. Okay, now this is a Cancer reading. So far we know there is this kind of holding energy, creating some paperweight, preserving some lost world like a dinosaurs. And now I give you the tarot cards. I think that's about the reading now for Cancer. But let's see. Let's have what kind of spread or just cards. Maybe just what you are aware and what you are not. The Sun and the Moon. What you are aware, Cancer, and what you are not aware. So there's Three of Cups. People are celebrating your birthday. So there is all these friends around you. You're aware of that. It's all this celebration. Three of Cups. Friendships are highlighted this time. And Six of Cups. The nostalgia. You're not aware how nostalgic the childhood, what happened in the childhood or any dreams, parties when you were a little bit little, when you had a birthday party as a little. You don't realize how beautiful are these memories. Could look maybe some old pictures when you had a birthday party. Some monkey and positive are here. But there's definitely some nostalgic thing that can be also related to this kind of childhood friendships. Friends are now in this time highlighted. Anything else you need to know, Spirit, Cancer, what they need to know? Hangman, okay. There's this angel hanging from the ceiling. It's like having a different perspective. Sometimes you need to hang, like Odin was hanging 9 days and 9 nights in the Tree of Life to find the runes. Like sometimes you need to look from the different perspective, and time passes. This hangman is also a lightened, like this kind of alchemist who is wanting to see from the different way, different perspective. This 12 hangman is now here. You are a little bit wanting to see from different perspective things. It's here. Is there anything else we need to know? That's good for you, this kind of like a little bit waiting energy even, but able to have a big picture like this. See? Maybe about this couple, anything we need to know. Okay, so Page of Cups. So this showed up, this dreamer energy. So this is also similar, like a lost innocence card like this, like a big dreamer, could be an inner child healing also, like something that you dream as a child can still be valid. You should not forget what you dreamed then, because you had an innocent heart to dream then. So this kind of Sandman is here with full of dreams. Yeah, I think it's good when the sun is in Cancer, is like you were born then, you were a baby then. Remember, babies are perfect. There's nothing wrong. Like if there is any worries, like we often have it in the head accumulated. But when you were small, you were much more free to dream. It's here. And this healing happens breaking these chains. And the feminine energy in you, or you're attracting, is this very creative energy. Very queen. Or you are. The masculine has some healing to do. That's about it. Maybe I give you one more angel, a very loving card. Cancer. Slow down. Pause and allow things to unfold. A little bit similar like a hangman. Like resting is good thing. It's not bad. Number 9. I think I don't read this whole card, but there's even, they are dancing there. I think it's really about, no, I will read this for you, because this is connected to that dreaming energy as well. That was just as I was talking about. Like, yes, it can be childhood dream, but also dreams that you see in the night. Subconscious try to talk to you. That you pay attention to some hidden dreams here. Maybe creative dreams. What is it? Nobody's asking now a question. I'm continuing until I have done this, and then wish you happy summer, but here's the last thing then I do. Cancer. This is a message from this person. Love. Everything in your life is divine order. Is in divine order. There is no need to rush, no hurry. In your excitement, you may overlook the importance of enjoying the creative process. Getting to the goal is half the fun. You might also miss guidance or messages when you don't allow things to unfold naturally. Regroup and release the need to race to wherever you feel you need to be. Slowing down will allow you to appreciate what is in front of you. Embrace the moment. There is nowhere you need to be that will not be there later. Recognize the importance of making time to take pleasure in the journey. Slowing down will also help you to be more aware of what is going on for you. Find a quiet place to sit and give yourself the opportunity to be in nature without any interruptions. This may mean disconnecting from your cellular device. Observe what is going on for you spiritually, listen to your thoughts, and identify your feelings. A woman lies in repose with her hair falling around her in a maze. Maze may reflect the complexity of your thoughts, or confusion or where to go next. A pair of candles stand above, illuminating and protecting the woman. The candles depict the archangels, and the flame symbolize the energy of Archangel Michael, the archangel of protection. Know you have help as you make some special time to reflect and gain guidance. Interesting, I made this connection or in the pile number 3 with this crystal, that the pile number 3 might be for you, Cancer, but there was like even this Archangel Michael coming to me in that reading, so that could be a nice angel to look forward if you need any guidance. I think I'm even losing my voice, so I think I have to end here now. Thank you for watching, and this was your Midsummer Magic. This was your Divine Comedy. We have finished the book. We have really finished the book. Almost tempted to read like really the last sentence of this chapter because I made these short cards. Image is this. Last image is this. And it says, "O poet, willingly speak would I to those two who go together and seem upon the wind to be so light." But interestingly, this was actually, it's referring to some Inferno chapter, actually, this picture. While the Paradise last is, let's read from here. "A flash of lightning wearing came its wish, hair vigor failed the lofty fantasy, but now was turning my desire and will, even as a wheel that equally is moved, the love which moved the sun and the other stars." That's the last sentence. Thank you for watching, and see you in September. Then I will be back with maybe some new ideas. But now, I check out. Bye bye.